Hi, everybody. Happy Friday. It's Friday the 13th. I don't know if you're superstitious. I'm not. It's going to be a sunny but chilly day here in Denver. Are you guys ready for a good workout? This workout's going to be half on the board and half on the floor. And I'm going to focus a little bit on opposing muscle groups today. I really like to do that. Hi, Glenda. I miss you so much. How are you guys doing? Hi, Ildi. Happy Friday. How are you doing? How are you coping? Hi, Fadi. Are you going to work out? I hope so. If you're not going to work out with me today, I certainly hope you'll work out with me tomorrow. Hi, Craig, because tomorrow I'm doing one of my body dynamics workouts, so I hope you'll join me. It's at 11 o'clock Mountain Time, so that's 10 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Yay, Fadi, you're gonna work out. Do you have a board? I hope so. So with opposing muscle groups, it's just really important because what it does is create that balance. So in other words, if all we ever did was just work our back muscles and we never worked our pecs, our chest muscles, well, that might cause an imbalance, right? I mean, you see a lot of people in the gym, especially guys, no offense, that kind of have that gorilla kind of forward hunched look. It's because they never work their lats, their posterior deltoids, their rhomboids. They just focus on their pecs because they like the way it looks, I think. I don't know. But anyway, so I'm just going to focus a little bit on that. I'm going to, of course, take you through a nice little warm up, and then we're just going to launch in. So I hope you're all feeling great. I don't know how many of you did Dan's workout yesterday, but that was a really great, intense, that was a great workout. Mine, I think, is a little bit more dialed back, but I still want feedback as far as, what you're struggling with, what you might want special attention paid to. That's what we're all here for. We're just here to help you, of course, improve your strength and endurance, but most importantly, your balance and your stability. And as always, you're listening to your body, you're going at your own pace, you're never doing anything that causes you discomfort or pain. And, stay hydrated, okay? So let's just get started. Well, listen, I'm gonna put my chair to the side. Barney, are you ready to work out? He might be ready. I'm gonna turn on some music. You probably can't hear it. I hope it's not too dark. I've tried to throw in some more lights, but it's not really helping. So first we're just gonna do that heel press. And I really want you to relax those shoulders. And we're just gonna do a nice little warm up to prep your body. Get you ready. How are you feeling today? And you're just breathing normally here. Press and press. Barney's just looking at me like, I don't know what you're doing. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now we're going to go into a knee lift. Nice and easy. Just warming up your hip flexors. And you can come down soft into the floor. And then what I want you to do is bring your arms here and press up. Just a gentle, easy warm up. Really it's all about consistency, isn't it? I can't stress enough, if you're really consistent with these exercises, you are going to make progress. Exhale up. 4 and 3, 2 and 1. Good. Now back to the step. Press a little faster now. Warming up your calf muscles. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Now bring it down. We're going to side step it here. We're going to bring our arms here. Pull back. Pull. So just warm up those back muscles. Use your breath. Knees are soft. Pull. Four, 3, 2, and 1. Side step it. Bring it a little lower. And now we're just going to do hamstring curls. Exhale. Get that heel to that butt cheek. Bring your arms up. Pull down. So we're really warming up our lats now and our hamstrings. Come down soft into the floor. Exhale as you pull. Getting our heart rate up a little bit, which is great because that really warms up your muscles, lubricates those joints. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now side step it here. And then you're going to bring your arms up. We're going to do a chest press. Push out. Now we're warming up those chest muscles. Exhale. Really think about flexing into your chest. That's it. And by the way, you can do this same move just marching in place or doing your heel step. Relax those shoulders down. Never hunching those shoulders, okay? Relax them down. Use your breath. 4, punch. 3, and 2, and 1. Side step it here. Bring it low. And we're just going to walk in place now. How you doing? You feeling good? I hope so. Now we're going to go back into that knee lift. We're going to bring our arms out laterally. Make a fist and curl. Relax your shoulders down, but now we're warming up your biceps as well as those hip flexors. Breathe. Put your mind in your bicep muscle. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1, and march it out and shake it out a little bit. Roll those shoulders. That's right, just work out those kinks, work out that tension. Squeeze and release, squeeze and release. That's it. Now what we're going to do is bring the arms here, and we're going to do a tricep extension with a toe touch. So it's a slight rotation, but I want that arm to be behind you, and I want you to get a full extension and really warm up your triceps. Exhale as you extend. Feel that? I do. For 4, and press it. 3, and squeeze it. 2, and 1, and march it out. Whew. Roll the shoulders up and forward. Squeeze, bring it forward. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Now good, put your hands on top. We're gonna bring our feet all the way to the back of that board. Stabilize, calf raises. Let's further prepare those calf muscles. Such a tight muscle group. That's why we all of us instructors take special care, not only in the warming up, but in the stretching of the calf muscles. For 4, 3, and 2, hold it at the top, hold. Now is that board center? If you feel comfortable, let's try to take our hands off the poles. Engage your core. I'm picking a focal point. And if you feel really comfortable, look straight ahead while maintaining that calf raise. I'm shaking and baking. What about you? And release and walk it out. Now you can bring this into a bigger march if you like. Pump those arms. Make a fist. Punch it like you mean it. Get some of those aggressions out, right? 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now big circles back. Here we go. Big sweeping circles. Release. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Good work. Okay, get a quick drink of water. I know you've got it handy, right? Now what we're going to do is a heel tap behind the number 2. So find that balance center on the board. Tap and tap. So I am slightly bending. It's like a little dip. Heel tap. Toe up. Use your breath. And I'm really being careful about not tapping too hard because I'm trying to keep that board center. That's the challenge, really. Because it'd be easy to watch do that. That's kind of crazy, right? So this is where what I love Dan is always talking about is that mind-body connection. Working those proprioceptors. Use your breath here. And when you're comfortable, you can look straight ahead. That's right. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. And bring it down, and let's march it out. Now we're going to do those big sweeping circles forward. Really open that chest, open your back, getting that blood flowing into those shoulders. 4, 3, 2, and last one here. Good. Okay, now we're going to go into stepping up behind the 2 and the 2, and we're going to rock side to side. And you can speed it up if you like. It's up to you. Or you can just go slow. I'm going to try to do it a little faster. And then when you're feeling ready and you're feeling comfortable, let's find that center balance. Abs in tight. Tuck that pelvis under. Breathing deeply. I'm going to try to hold it a little longer than normal. See how you're doing. Are you able to manage? Are you shaking? Excellent. Okay, let's rock it back and forth. This is such a good break in the action, isn't it? I love it. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Drop it down, step it down, and now what we're going to do is keep that board balanced. We're going to bring the right arm up, ground those legs, and we're just going to go into an oblique. Exhale. So we're really focusing on your abdominals now, but mostly those obliques. Keeping that board center. Exhale down. Relax the shoulders. Now, if you'd like, you can pick up the pace, but you don't have to. This is up to you. But use that breath. You feel it? I love these standing core exercises. They're so effective. And it's so important. Like, we are building strength and endurance in our core like crazy. Exhale down each time for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Now we're going to step it side to side before we go to the other side, just to give ourselves a little break here. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Okay, now we're going to go to the other side. So stabilize, always. Tuck that pelvis under slightly. Bring that arm up, crunch. Exhale down. That standing leg stays bent. You always want to take that pressure off. So you never want to be in a locked out position or hyperextended on that knee joint. Relax the knee. We're focusing here. Exhale. Keep that board center. And by the way, I'm not gripping like on this pole for my dear life. I'm just kind of using it as a balance. And you don't even have to if you don't want to. And now let's pick up the pace, only if that feels good for you. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Sidestep it. Bring your hands off. How are you doing? Let's just do a big shoulder sweep, release, release. You know, this is one of my favorite moves. You're going to see this move a lot, I think. Just feels good. Just imagine all that tension, all that stress and tightness. Just imagine releasing and letting it go. We don't want it. You can have it, right? 4, sweep it. 3, release it. 2, and 1. Good. And sidestep. And now we're just gonna march it out again. Get a quick drink if you need to. Okay, we're gonna do a step up now, and we're gonna add a knee lift. So we are gonna step up onto that middle line, find your center, lift the knee, step down. We're gonna alternate. So that means you have to adjust accordingly. And take your time and use your breath. Keep that going. I'm just going to adjust this a little bit. It wants to fall down. You got that? I'm going to do one more on each side. And now we're going to step up behind 1 and 1. And we're going to find our balance. Yes. Got that? Abs in. Tuck that pelvis under. And if you're ready, release that tight grip. Push your hips all the way back. Let's go into a squat, a narrow squat. I like the narrow squat because it focuses a little bit more on the outer thigh. Keep that chest lifted. Take your time. Really use those glutes. Grip the glutes. Pull up and squeeze into the tush at the top. How are you doing? Are you feeling stronger? Do you feel like your endurance has gotten better? How's your stability? And we're going to hold this one at the bottom. And we're going to breathe deeply. Now, if you need to do a modifier, that's okay. You do not have to come down as deep as I am, but you are breathing deeply. You're keeping that board center. Your quads should be burning a little bit. Use your breath. I'm sinking even deeper. And then I'm pulling up slow, slow, and I'm tucking that butt under. Yeah, rock side to side. Release, release, relax, relax. Moving and grooving with the 60 up. For 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Now step it down and walk it out. Now, because we mostly focused just now on your quadriceps and your glutes, the opposing muscle group of your quadriceps is your hamstrings, the back of your leg, right? So now we're going to do a step up with a back leg raise. So again, we're going to find that center balance. You're going to step up, lift, bring it down, and switch. Step up, lift. Of course, the challenge is keeping that board center. You're stepping up on that center line. And I want you to try to keep a straight leg here. Because the straighter it is, the more you're really going to feel it in your hamstrings. You're also going to feel this in your glutes. But however, you're listening to your body, right? If you need to do the same exact move, just standing behind a chair at first until you feel confident with getting on the board, that's completely fine. This is about you doing your best, progressing at your pace. That's key. This isn't a competition, you know. This is about you just getting stronger, having a better quality of life, you know. That's what it's about. One more on each side. And now we're gonna hold for repeaters. So bring it up and touch and lift. Relax those shoulders down. Look, my standing leg is very bent. I'm trying to keep that board center. I'm picking that focal point, really elongating my leg. How you doing? For 4, lift. 3, exhale up. 2, and 1, and step down, and we're gonna switch right away. Bring that leg up, repeat, lift. This is tricky. My abs are in very tight here. I'm really using my breath. Drop those shoulders. We're all gonna stay on you about that. Breathe. Imagine how much more benefit you're getting because we're stabilizing like crazy. As we're working those hamstrings, exhale up. Now hold it at the top. Really step down, feet a little wider apart, hands on your hips, kick your butt cheek. Still focusing on those hamstrings, but this feels like a little bit of a release, doesn't it? Bring your arms up for a horizontal row, pull back. Let's gear up those back muscles because the next exercise we're gonna do is the one-arm row. So after this, we're gonna get a quick drink and I want you to put your bands on the outsides of the board. I've got my yellow bands, my short bands on the outside. Pull, pull. And remember, you don't have to bounce it at all, just step it. And it doesn't matter how high that leg comes up, but I do want you to relax the shoulders down. Exhale as you pull for 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Sidestep it. Okay, I'm gonna keep doing this because I've got my bands attached. You grab your bands, short bands, attach them to the side. And then walk it out if you've already got your bands attached. More water. Whew. How are you doing? Let's roll those shoulders up and back. Squeeze, release. Let it go. For 4, 3, 2. Last time here. Good. Okay, shake them out. Okay, hopefully your bands are all set to go. Now remember, when you come down, we're not bending over like this, are we? No. Take your hand on the pole. Make sure the board drops down. Bend. Grab the handle. Stand up. Functional fitness. Now keep it down. You're going to step on with your left foot. But I do want, when your back leg steps back, make sure both toes are in alignment. They're pointing straight ahead. And I want you to square those shoulders. So in other words, I'm not like this or this. Keep your shoulders square. Pick that focal point so your neck is nice and long. Make sure you have enough room in between those legs. You can soften the back knee. And you're just going to go into a nice one-arm row. Now, if this is too easy for you, you'll know in the future for the one-arm row that you need the green band, right? Exhale up. Keep that elbow close to your body. And try to get that elbow all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale up. For 4 and 3 and 2. Last one, you're going to hold it at the top and release. Good. Now we're going to step right into the board. Roll the shoulders back, retract, and depress them down. And you can step off with both feet, or you can have one foot on. I like to have one foot on to stabilize the board. And you're just going to go into a front raise. But look, you're not going above the shoulder. Exhale up, abs in tight. So the opposing muscle group of your lats is not your pecs. It is your anterior deltoid, the front of your shoulder. But look, I'm really retracting that chin inward. My abs are in very, very tight. And I'm really using my breath. Now, if this is too difficult for you, even with the yellow band, I like to have weights handy. And I have a 3-pound handy. So you can do the exact same move, controlling it. I have a slight bend in the elbow because you're focusing on the front of your shoulder doing all the work. 2 more times. And then relax, come down vertically, and we're going to switch right away. So drop that board. Remember how you come down? Grab the handle, stand up, step on with the right, anchor, step back far enough, square those shoulders. Bend that back leg if you'd like. Here we go. Exhale up. So I'm really thinking about contracting those muscles in my upper back, of course, on the left side. But look, what I don't want you to do is your neck to be cocked up like this. So much stress on my neck. So if you pick a focal point about 6 feet is usually a good amount of space to ensure a nice long neck. Use your breath. You feeling it? Bernie's wiped out. For 4 and 3. 2, last one, we're going to hold it at the top. Release, and now we're going to step very, very close, and again, we're going to go into that front raise. Tuck that pelvis under. Drop the shoulders. Retract that chin inward. Exhale up, here we go. Now, my left one is much weaker. So I'm really having to be super careful here. And you're going to keep that going. I am going to grab my weight because I don't want to stress anything. It's so great to have those options, isn't it? And if you don't have a weight and you don't want to do the band for this, just grab a soup can or a couple bottles of water or something. Use your breath. Really focusing on that front of the shoulder. Slow and controlled. 2 more times. And release. Set that down, set the band down, whichever you had. Let's walk it out. And we're gonna do those big sweeping circles back again. Open up the back, open up the chest. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now hold it here, stabilize, alternating obliques. And you don't have to go at this pace. You can go slow. Or you can pick up the pace, whatever you like. For 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Now we're going to repeat to the same side. If you want to use the pole, that's okay. Right here. Work that waist. 4, 3, 2, let's switch. For 4, 3. Good, now march side to side. I should say step side to side. And march it here. Big arm circles forward, release. 4 more times. Now this next exercise is a little bit more advanced. We're going to do a stationary lunge. So first, stabilize. Step up with the right foot. Find that balance. Step back far enough with that left leg. I'm up on the ball of the back foot. So first, find that center. And when you're ready, you're going to do a vertical drop and up. Steady. This is very challenging, but this is how you make progress. You know, by challenging ourselves. But with that said, of course, you know what I'm going to say, right? You're listening to your own body. I find like I sound like a broken record, I know, but it's true. Abs are in nice and tight, chest is lifted. We're going to do 2 more, and then we're going to hold it at the bottom, breathe, drop the shoulders. Now we're going to step up, that opposite leg is behind us, drop your shoulder, hold here, leg curl, exhale up. It's a double whammy, right? Combo moves. But I said opposing muscle groups, right? If you need to take a break in between, just march it out, or step it out, or rock side to side. Whatever you need to do, okay? Superset in here. How you doing? That stabilizing leg is working. For sure. 2 more times. Hold it at the top. Bring that leg forward. Drop the shoulders. Step it down. Woo! March it out. I really felt that. Did you feel that? Okay, now roll the shoulders up and forward. Squeeze, release, squeeze, let it go. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1. Get a quick drink of water, and then we are going to switch to the other side. Lots of water breaks today. Okay, are you ready? Let's stabilize, get that left foot up there. Step back far enough. Make sure you're balanced center. And when you're ready, of course, you know you're engaging that core. You ready? Let's do it. Now, I want you to look down for a second. When you come down, is that knee tracking right over your ankle? Because that's what I want. I don't want the knee pressing forward by the toe line. That causes too much stress in your knee joint. So it's a vertical drop. Keep that chest lifted. Take your time on this. I like when Dan says play the piano. It's a great cue to relax that grip. Two more times. And you're gonna hold this one at the bottom. Take a couple of deep breaths. Center, center. And when you're ready, come on up. Drop those shoulders. And curl. Flex your foot. Pick that focal point on the floor. Abs in. Use your breath. How are you doing? I'm just curious. Is this easy for you? Is this challenging for you? I'd love to know. Really focusing on those hamstrings. 4, curl. 3, breathe. 2. Last one, hold it at the top. Bring that knee forward, keeping that center balance. Step down. Let's march it out. How did you do? I felt pretty good about that. You can come low when you march too and really pump those arms, but I'm still really coming down soft into that floor. Now if you need to, grab another drink of water before we hit the biceps, triceps combo, okay? 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, now we're gonna come down again, right? Drop down, grab that band, palm up. You're gonna step up with the left foot, stabilize, anchor your elbow. Retract that chin inward. I always liked what my physical therapist told me. Roll the shoulders back, then tuck them into your back pocket. Great cue for good posture. Standing leg is bent. Let's do our biceps curl. Controlling it concentric and eccentric. Exhale up. And if you don't want to use the pole, that's okay. Now we're going to hold it at the top. Bring it down slow for 3 counts. 1, 2, and 3. Exhale up. Control down for 3, 2, 1. Now full range. Exhale up. Hold it at the top. Bring it down for 3. Again, exhale up. Bring it down for 3. Last 4, full range here. Exhale up. And hold it at the top. Release slowly and just shake that arm out a little bit. Just work it out. Before we switch into our triceps. So you're gonna grab and your palm is facing away, down, and you're gonna lift and lower You're doing a tricep extension. I'm sorry, get that elbow up, shoulder height. Now, if that's too difficult for you, I like to grab the long band just because I have more range of motion. And I step on the edge next to the handle and then just do it this way. Keep the shoulders square. Take up the slack in that band. And try your best to get a full extension. If that's too difficult for you, then I have my 3-pound weight handy. You can do that one-arm triceps kickback. You can use the edge of a chair. You can use the top of your pole. Whatever you like. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it at the top, and release, and we're gonna set that down. We're gonna shake them out. We're gonna do some shoulder shrugs, squeeze up, release, relax, squeeze up, release, depress those shoulders down, squeeze, release, depress. Here we go. And we're gonna go to the other side now. I'm gonna grab a quick drink of water. So I'm sorry I didn't warn you in advance to have one of your longer bands handy, especially for the triceps and the shoulders. Always a good idea as an option. But first we're gonna do that biceps curl. So I'm gonna step up with my right, and I'm gonna anchor that elbow, tuck that pelvis under, drop those shoulders down, retract them back. Keep the wrist fixed, and here we go. Exhale up. So there's no flexion and extension in that wrist. Keep the wrist solid. We don't want to cause any carpal tunnel, do we? Too much stress on the wrist by doing all that flexion and extension. Now you're going to hold it at the top. And we're going to bring it down for those 3 counts. 1, 2, 3. Exhale up. 1, 2, 3. Now single counts. If you need to stop, that's okay. It's okay to feel a burn in the belly of the muscle, but I don't want you to feel pain in the joint. You do want to challenge yourself though. And hold it at the top, and then you're going to come down for 3 counts. Again, exhale up, bring it down, and then 4 full range, here we go. Feeling it. Hold it up and bring it down slow. Woo, I felt that. Shake it out. Work it out. And now we're going to go into that tricep kickback. So you're coming down so those shoulders are square. Elbow up, shoulder height. Long neck. Here we go. Try to keep that elbow up, shoulder height. Again, if that's too difficult for you, I'm grabbing my long band, and I'm going to show you here. So I'm stepping fairly close to the handle. I'll go to the side. See how my shoulders are square? Extend. You can use the top of the chair or the top of the pole. Or again, if that's too tricky, you grab your weight. Four, 3, 2, last one, hold it at the top. those shoulders up and back. And shake them out. Okay, what we're gonna do is just a side to side leg lift. Lift and lift, focusing on the outside of our thighs. Keep that heel up, keep the board center, abs engaged. Remember, it doesn't matter how high that leg goes. One more each side. And now we're going to stay with the same side. Control. Make sure that toe stays down. Oops, that board stays center. So my left foot is directly behind that middle line on the board. One more time. Walk it out a little bit. And then we're going to switch right away to the other side. So the right foot is right behind that middle line. Here we go. Lift, lift. Foot is parallel to the floor. For 4, 3, 2, last one, hold it at the top, and release. Whew. Let's step side to side. Continuing to focus on the outer thigh. For 4, and 3, and 2, and 1. Let's march it out. How are you feeling? Feeling good? We're going to do the inner thigh now because opposing muscle groups, we work the abductor, now we have to work the adductor. So one of my favorite exercises for the inner thigh is the plie. So we're going to step wide, turn the toes all the way out. Make sure those knees are tracking over your toe line. Your chest is lifted. We're going to bring it down, push those heels into the floor, squeeze up into the glutes. Modifier, just go here and up. The main thing is the alignment. So look, I'm not hinging from the waist at all. The inner thighs are doing all the work here to press your body back up to standing. And I am squeezing up into my glutes at the top. Press, push, squeeze, press, push. Relax the grip. If you'd like to take your hands off the board, that's okay too. Strengthening those inner thighs. For 4, push, squeeze. 3, and 2, and 1. And now bring it down and hold it, and just breathe. And then when you're ready, press it all the way up, woof, and walk it in, arms out to the sides. Let's do our toe touches for an inner thigh release. Exhale down. That time always goes so fast. You know, there's so much to pack in because with the proper warm-up and cool down, you really do need to invest that kind of time to get the proper benefits. For 4, and 3, 2, and 1, and step. Let's just start cooling it down. So just a nice, easy step. And then let's just go into our heel press. And now if you have your towel handy, I hope you do. I always have mine close by. If you don't, you could also grab one of your bands. Wide grip. Let's do a big stretch here. Tuck the pelvis under and breathe. And release the towel. And let's do our low back stretch. Step back. Press the hips back. Hinge forward to a flat back position. Hold and breathe. And then slowly bringing it back up, step forward. And let's just stretch out our shoulder. And release, release, and switch. Release. And then standing right behind the back of the board, grab your right foot if you can, bring the knees together. Tuck that pelvis under and breathe into the front of your thigh, your quadriceps. And release and switch. Bring the knee forward, then grab your ankle. I know this is a little tricky. Press the hips forward. Glue those knees together. And then release gently. Now we're going to go into our hamstring stretch. So heel down, toe up, hinge forward, hand on your thigh, and breathe. And then step down, step all the way back with that leg. Press the heel down into the floor for your calf stretch. And then step back forward. We're going to switch, heel down, toe up, hinge forward. Just so you feel a nice stretch in your hamstrings. You can do this on the floor as well. You don't have to bring your foot up onto the board. And if you have a strap or a long towel and you'd like to wrap it around and pull gently for a deeper stretch. Go for it. And then slowly bring it up and step all the way back. Push the heel down, calf stretch. And then bring it back up. Just shake them out a little bit. And let's do our bicep stretch. Straighten those arms, elongate. Breathe deeply. And then release and shake them out. And let's go into our triceps stretch. Bring your arm up. Point the hand right down the middle of your back. Push your head into your arm. Tuck that pelvis under and just breathe into your triceps. And then release, release, and switch. And release and circle, release, big sweeping circles. And then interlock your fingers behind your head. Push those elbows back. Push your head into your hands. Tuck that pelvis under and just breathe. And then release and just squeeze the shoulders up. Release, retract to press them down. Squeeze up, release, retract, press them down again. Squeeze up, release, pull them back, press them down. Good work, you guys. How are you feeling? How are you doing? Whew, I'm sweaty. Marilyn's watching. Chad is challenging. Okay, good. I'm glad you liked it. Betsy said challenging, but hopefully, you know, that's a good thing, right? I'm full of energy. Sometimes I guess I am, you know? So you guys, listen, Monday, unfortunately, I cannot do the regularly scheduled 9:30 Pacific time class. So I encourage you to do one of the many YouTube workouts on Monday. I'll make another announcement on Sunday to remind you. But I would like to make up the class that I'm going to miss teaching Monday. And I would like to teach it on Thursday at 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time because Dan does his advanced workout in the morning. I would like to do a beginning board basics at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, your time. So let me know if that works for you guys, if you like the sound of that. I apologize, but I booked another job, and with these tough times, who am I to turn down anything, right? So again, just check out all the different YouTubes and just, you know, jump in and do one of those on Monday. And I hope you have a great weekend, and that you stay extra safe, because this is just no joke, right? And I know we're all frustrated and we are all burnt out, and we're just want this to be over, but it's not going to be over until we all just do our part, right? Oh no, I don't believe it's Thanksgiving, is it? The Thanksgiving's on the 26th, because you know how I know that, especially because Thanksgiving Day is Barney's birthday. That's right. He's going to be 13. He's still well, right now you couldn't tell, but he still acts like a pup. And it's also would have been my father's birthday. May he rest in peace. So Ildi, I'm glad you liked the workout. Awesome. I'm curious about that tricep kickback. You know, if you're struggling using the band, if you've opted for either using the longer band or a lightweight, you know, whatever it takes. I wish I could check my calendar. I don't have it right in front of me, but I will make an announcement again on Sunday night on this page that I won't be able to teach my Monday morning class, but I really would love again to do a beginning class next Thursday in the afternoon, this coming Thursday, I should say, because it's already Friday today. What am I saying? At 3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. So I will jump in and, you know, again, make sure I address anybody's comments I missed, because I'm only seeing like what's popping up right now. Ildi, you opted for weights. You know, for the triceps, I'm with you. And also for, you know, the anterior deltoid and the medial deltoid, they're weaker muscle groups. And so I would rather have you grab a light weight than strain yourself. Okay, please, we don't want that. We don't want that at all. And again, I'm just setting a structure. You don't have to do as many repetitions as I'm doing either. You're welcome, Betsy. Have a beautiful day. Again, stay healthy, stay strong, stay positive, and stay safe. Much love.